fine.
You've just bought a washing machine.
Sorry?
You've just bought a washing machine.
Yeah.
Do you not still use the hand thing and the, you know, the wheel and the stone? Scrubbing on the stone. I thought you just went down to the stream at the bottom of the garden.
No, afraid not.
Oh, those days are gone.
Oh,
I tell you what, if you tried to buy one of the ringers, it cost you an arm and a leg now.
cost me more than the washing machine, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Oh,
And
What model did you get? Did you get a Hoover Eco or whatever it was called?
oh, it's a, yeah, I don't know, it's an Indesit one.
Oh, no.
I've got an Indesit at the moment, but I've had it for 15 years. So it's only
Oh.
just given up the ghost. So I
right.
thought, no messing about, get another new Indesit one. The trouble is, by the time you add on the delivery, the
Yeah.
connection, the installation, take away the old machine, it bumps it up.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it's about another £100 on top of the purchase price.
Righty.
But I mean, David said he could do it, but it's not worth the hassle. I'd rather they did
Yeah.
it and did
Yeah.
it all.
Mm.
He's busy,
Good
so
move.
yeah.
Yeah, I last, was it week before last, wasn't it? James had his new supersonic bed arrived, and that
Oh
meant
yes.
taking mattress off of mine, throwing that mattress off of Mel's, and putting that in mine, the mattress from James onto Mel. In the end, I have two or three mattresses outside, all tied up. But they were going to do it, but I thought, oh, I don't want people tramping up and down the stairs. It's all right in the washing machine, but I don't know, something a bit more sacred about the bedrooms and that. So I just went for it and did it all myself. I'm just about starting to recover now, about 3 weeks later.
Yeah, mattresses are awkward, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they bend all over the place. You don't realise because you're lying on them, they're fairly solid. Because when you lift them up, they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. I did strap them up with an old USB cable, a big long one I had, and then I used parcel tape and wrapped that round them a few times. The blokes were quite happy because I ordered, I booked Bournemouth Council to come and collect it. So I had a few other bits as well, and bulky items, you know. I think it cost about 39 quid in total. To get, like Chrissy says, it's to take it away. And I thought, well, I should just take it out and tip myself, really. Now I've rolled it all up. Then I thought, yeah, well, that's okay. Getting it to the tip and then climbing up the steps to put it in the thing.
Yeah,
That's a lot of effort.
Yeah, you forget, you know, you're not 32 anymore or whatever. Don't have the strength. It's only us lot today. There's no
No extras.
no other people have turned up. Bill said he was coming back last week, but they never do they? They never do. Yeah. A lot of it's my own fault because I put the videos on YouTube with a public outlook so anyone can
Right.
So in a way I've shot myself in the foot there. I could do it different. I could because this is recording and I can send you a link direct to Zoom for the recording. So it might be worth doing that this week over the next few weeks. That way I'll still put it on YouTube, but I'll delay it. So you guys will be able to see it for a week. Because that's all you want it for, isn't it, really? Then once that week's like next week, I can delete it on YouTube and then create. Yeah, I'll do that, I think. So it'll be like a 7-day delay. That might be a good idea. Makes it a bit more exclusive then. I'll take a bit. I'll see. Does it really matter though?
No,
Like it.
I shouldn't call yourself more work.
I quite enjoy doing the video editing.
Oh, right.
Well, it keeps the brain going, Carol.
Well, I wouldn't know where to start with it.
Well, that's fine.
Oh,
Got
dear.
to keep things ticking over once you get
Oh, yeah,
a bit older, don't you?
that's true.
Did anyone do? Oh, yeah, a couple of people did last week's.
Oh, God. I ended up washing mine all off and starting
Did you?
again.
Yeah, I thought it looked a bit weak. Hang on. I didn't analyse them that much anyway.
So I got fed up with it in the end.
And that was Anne's.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love that sky.
Got a contemporary twist to it. You got.
Wow.
I just noticed that sky. You got England there, Ireland,
Yeah.
Oh,
I did
yes.
see that.
Europe.
Scandinavia.
I'd already done it by the time I realised.
Yeah, Africa's down here. Look, I've only just spotted that myself. I thought, yeah, wow, it is nice. It's got a nice contemporary feel to it. Yeah, I like that. Nice colours.
Right.
Good
I think
version. Before I
I'm back
think.
with you now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's lovely.
and that was Carol's rubbish one.
Yeah, I got fed up with that.
Oh, dear.
You gotta laugh, won't you? She does this to me every time. Yeah, okay. If you get right up close and personal, you can always pick faults with all of them.
Oh,
Now you
It was
said, I suppose.
yeah, it was a lot darker, and I thought, oh my God, that looks a mess. So I washed it all off and, well, it stained it and just coloured a few bits in.
Yeah, you need to practice the boats a bit more.
Oh, I know, I got fed up by then. I couldn't think how to do them.
Yeah, I think washing it out has made it spread a bit as well. So,
Yeah.
well, actual fact, it's your lucky day because I think next week's.
You won a prize.
Yeah, that'd be fun. It's Dave you're talking to. Prizes.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's happening next week then?
Oh, well, next week is I think it's a boaty one, and the week after.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
Got some
okay.
good ones coming up actually. Some good. I found some really nice pictures lately. There's one that I liked was it's even got a butterfly on it, flowers and butterfly. That was really.
Oh, that'd be nice.
oh. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah,
That's very dramatic.
I bet that's Chris's, isn't it?
Yes, that's
Yeah, 'cause it's-
mine. Oh,
Yeah, that's really good.
pastels.
Pastels, is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought
Gosh.
then
No,
they're just solid opaque colour, aren't they?
it's come out much brighter on the screen. Much brighter.
Yeah,
I don't know where you.
where's it gone?
Oh. I was going to say, there's the.
Bit more like that.
There's the original.
Yeah, I just lightened it. This one, look.
Yeah.
Hey, that was close, wasn't it?
Whoops.
I'll save that because that's more like the Chrissy B web. Yeah, that's the one. Yes, overrated. Yeah, that looks much softer, much nicer. Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely what it's like.
yeah, because the pastels they are bright, but they're not quite that strong.
No.
Works quite well though, Chris.
Yeah.
Works
Yeah,
great.
I'm quite enjoying doing pastels for a change.
Is that with pencil pastels, or do you have the chalk?
No, soft chalk pastels.
Yeah.
The sticky ones.
Do you not get? I find I get in a bit of a mess with them sometimes. You get
Oh,
it all
yeah.
over.
Yeah,
over.
okay. Ever so messy. And then I've got my little pot. I've got a little pot of rice, which I put the pastels in to clean them.
Oh, that's an idea.
I'll
How
just
did you?
hang on a minute.
Because mine are all mucky.
Yeah, there's ground rice.
All right.
I'll just pick any old one. See, there's one now. I don't know if you can see how dirty it is. You just put it in the rice and push
Shake
it
it
up.
around.
Lift it up so you can see it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's in clean.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see.
You just
There's a
can you
different one.
just
isn't
bung a
it?
load in.
All right.
Yeah, it's just a pot of
Rice.
rice. Yeah, I'm just doing one at a one just to show you. But then you just do that, and it comes up nice and clean again.
Oh, that's a.
But you have to change the rice every now and again. As you can see, mine is very dirty.
Yeah. Okay.
Although it still
Good.
works, it doesn't matter.
Would you put a couple in and just shake it all around, or you do it one at a
Oh,
time?
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
to do it all
Well,
the time. That's just
do the
show
oaky cocoa and
you know, my fingers are all dirty now. Thank you very much.
spin around. Oh dear.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. I like that.
yes. Another one of my tips that I found somewhere years ago.
Oh.
But I've got loads and loads of pastels, so I thought I might as well use them. I mean, this is one box.
Right.
Gosh.
I've got hang on. Then I got that box
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
and
And
and I have that box.
oh my
goodness.
goodness.
I'm the same. I've got boxes of them as well. They're funny things. You sort of get addicted to them. You can't walk past the shop with they have them in big trays, and you just sort of I want them. You have like loads of different, so many different variations of colour.
Well, that's right. I mean, I was really heavily into it years ago, doing pastels, obviously, hence the reason I got so many.
I've got
I
boxes
just-
of the Unison ones here somewhere.
Yeah, that was the first, that big green box. The ones I was cleaning, they were Unison.
Yeah, they're
They're the best ones.
I suppose, yeah, I would have said they were the best.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I like the little stick ones as well for doing fine,
That's
sharp lines.
exactly the same as me.
Yeah.
It's the
Anyway,
German ones that are like square, and you can, yeah.
that's right.
Mm.
Yeah.
I-
You can get better textures and what have you. Anyway, that's enough about me. But, ooh,
There's going to be a laugh in it.
look at that handsome chap.
Mm.
Can I
Come
just
out
use
nice
the one I've done already?
What it?
That's
Oh,
the cat.
right. Yeah.
Can you
Crikey.
see him?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I think you need a pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's looking over his shoulder at you.
Mm.
And that was a chimpanzee, and this is a gorilla. So
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a gorilla. Yeah, it is a gorilla.
yeah, definitely.
That's
Oh,
a chap.
yeah.
Great
Or is it a girl?
expression.
I don't know.
Almost a black and white picture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You speak for yourself. I don't think mine's going to be black and white. Well, I'm starting with a black and white image, which is today. I'm just thinking of tonal values and just try and build it up from that. So just, if you look at it, you can break it down into the 3 tones. You've got highlights or low lights, if you like, no lights, very light colors. You've got, from that, you've got to find or decide where the mid values are. I'll call them values because they are. We're looking for tonal values. And then obviously the last bit is the dark. So you've got the low, mid and high values, the high ones being the darkest ones, as far as I'm aware. And that's what we've got to think about, or try to. What's the word? Distance yourself from the actual subject as such, and just think of shapes. So you can look at a particular area. Classic one, it's got to be these eyebrow thing. You can say, well, there's a shape there, isn't there? Dark shape. So we've got to just paint that dark shape. The eyes are so beautiful, aren't they? You can almost, I don't know, I suppose if you zoomed in, you could see the reflection of the person taking the photo in them. But there's something about them, isn't there? Just like, I don't know, they know something. I'm just going to go for it today. I've got no preconceived plan or anything. Well, I did do some washes, so be warned. Anything. Well, I haven't got anyone like last week and the week before. People come in, so I'm thinking I'm a bit more relaxed. I've got the main team here. It doesn't matter. You can screw up. No one's going to beat you up. Right, I'm going to change microphone and see what happens. Be gentle with me.
I do love that one, that cartoon.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's really funny. Yeah.
Where's my camera gone? Hang on, my camera's thrown a wobbler. It's back. My camera disappeared, didn't it? Yeah, it disconnected for some odd reason. I'm not having a very good week with technology. I spent almost washing machine money on a special gizmo from astronomy, and loaded, it ain't working. See if I just want to double check. I think the colour's about right. The lights, I mean, you know, might throw the light on, see if it's brighter. Not much in it really. I did my normal thing, did a grid, printed out the grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A, B, C, D, and on a piece of, copied it onto a larger A3 sheet of detail paper. I seem to be stuck on that. It's so much nicer, but you can only get the. I did one of these splish splash splosh backgroundy I don't care thingies. I did this one, and this was with I did the sketch first and then put the the mayhem on it. And the other side, I did another one yesterday, slightly lighter, and then drew the thing on it afterwards. Don't know which one to go for, really. I don't think it matters. I'll stick with the first one. If it screws up, I can turn it over. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, penciled it back in. Takes a bit of pressure off of the background, I suppose. The secret of it is, I know the colors I used, it's just the three. I did a video of it so I can add it on. It was yellow, blue and red, or crimson. Alzerium crimson's good, or any red you got, or that I've used that turquoise, but it could be ultramarine and cobalt mix like I normally use. That works, but the primary colors are the best ones to do. I would say the best way of doing it, if in doubt, is to, I'll do it quickly, got a few secs, is to, on your paper, you can either make it wet first or put it on neat, is to do yellow. Think of Italian or French flag. So using yellow, blue or red, whichever one you decide. You got that one. My every week it happens, doesn't it? My blue's gone green, but put blue on it, you get what I mean. And then the last one, the red. So if you do a band of that, a little bit more, well, more random than that, but if you do separate it like that, and then use the spray gun on it, like so, and then let it do its diddly what squat thingy. It works really works really well to blend it all in and let it all meld and have some fun. And don't forget, you can use toothbrush, spatter things, do whatever you like, and a blower, blow it with your mouth, let it meld in together, and that'll give you the, still got to make decisions though, haven't you? Sort of, shall I stop letting it squish around now? Do I want that yellow to move over here? Well, if you do, you can use your fingers and move it around. Have a bit of fun. It is sort of no rules, but there are rules, aren't there? Because your head and your brain and everything puts them in for you. Flat brush, I think, today. Oh, there it is. Look at that. After last week. That was muddy, wasn't it, last week? Cool. I think I blocked the sink up when I cleaned it. Something like that. But yeah, so we stick with these three colours. So I've got a yellow and a flat brush. I've got a red. I've kept these out just to show, don't throw them away. If you cut it with the scissors and leave the lid on, you can still got something to grab a mold of. There's so much paint in there, it's unbelievable. Got a bit of red. Three primary colours. I'm going to stick with that to start with, see how we get on. And a blue. I hydrated this last night, so I'm hoping that I got a nice. So what we want is just looking at my little friend here. I think I'm going to break the mold. The one colour that's solid is the green. I just want to add a little bit of green. Get a shadowy, Terry Harrison shadow color. I've got some on my desk if I need it. Got to start with the eyes. See if I can find some just a little bit darker than I want. But color, I'm not worried about. I'm just looking at different. My computer just went bong bong on me. I'm looking for. This might be an early lunch, girls, boys.
Mm.
Well, because I did the background yesterday. It sort of takes the sting out of it a bit. Maybe not. Forget what I just said. But I've just mixed up some of the yellow and the. I've got these three colours, so just have a play with them. It doesn't matter if the colour isn't that important. The values are the things we're looking for. Looking for nice soft tones at the moment. And don't forget, because we've got watercolours, there's nothing stopping us using a clean brush. If I can get such a thing, and clean water anyway, and letting it squish around, letting it blend. So if you start off with a nice tone, you think, oh, that's working. Encourage it to move. Just these things, I can't remember what they're called. There's a technical word for these little white dried back pieces of. They're good things to leave. You can utilize them. Just mix around with the colours. I'm not worried about I don't think we should be worried today about the actual colour. It's more about the finding the tonal values, as I say, the shapes. Luckily, I put pencil lines where the shady bits were. Although that was my plan. We were doing this sort of technique ages ago when we first started doing these portraits, and that was about looking for tonal shapes. Got a reflection here off the paper. I'm using a flat brush, but I'm veering in my mind to use the pointy one. I'm just setting the scene here. Well, that's my theory. Definitely a line going across there, isn't there? I don't know why this paper's. Ah, right. Okay. It's all right. I just had a thought. This is going to make my morning more complicated than I planned. The paint that I used to create the background mayhem was the PAS Watercolor Gouache Hybrid. So the underpainting that I've done is fairly robust in that it won't, as I use the brush on it, it won't melt or hydrate itself. So it's really funny. It is. If it would have been watercolor, as I put paint on it, it would have sort of blended in a bit better with the new stuff I'm putting in. You know, don't worry about it now. This is one of the just going to go bit of water on here. Did have the fan brush at hand as well. I thought I could use the fan to make some streaky lines, because I'm not going to sit here painting fur.
No, you're not. I
No.
thought you could do individual hair.
You don't know me. See, you know me better than that, Chris. To me, all that sort of, it's kind of, I'll start off doing that. You know, you start off and you think, after about 10 minutes, I think this is boring. Get out of here. But I'm just sticking with these 3 colours and see what develops, really. The beauty of doing this, using these detail sheets, is you get to do it again and again and again. So I mean, I'm really into it. I've got a wad of them now. I've ring bind them all together, and you can just put them straight over another bit of paper and just do the painting over again. That's if you're inclined to do that. Must be warmer because my palette is drying up. The paint, these pools of paint dried up a bit. You can see what I'm doing. I've got the yellow there, the red there, the blue there, and I'm using this one as a sort of general mixy things. Good exercise, this. Just playing with the primary colours and trying to incorporate it into the lovely background that I created. But don't forget we've got a secret. Well, it's not that much of a secret weapon to play with later in the chalk marker pen. The what? Well, I'll show you right now. Well, give me 2 seconds. So I just want to put a few more bits on.
I can't decide what to do is in acrylic or pastels. I think acrylic might be better.
Yeah. Well, it depends. If you do that, then it's a repeat of what you've already got. So, because you've got that one on the wall, which is you'll get tainted by it, or carried along by that.
That
Whereas
was
you might want to.
2015. I did that one.
You might want to just sort of move away from that.
On the mention of acrylics, I bought this Stay Wet palette. Well, there was a brush holder and everything for my acrylics. Now that paint was put in there by the last time we did my acrylics, which would have been Waterfall, I think. And that is that's still wet, and I haven't sprayed it or anything. I stuck my finger in it this morning to see if it was wet, and it was. So now I've got a nicotine finger. Yeah, so very pleased with that. So I've tried all sorts, you know, all the homemade ones and everything, but nothing beats that. So very pleased.
Good.
I usually waste so much paint otherwise.
Say the problem, well, it's not a problem, it's the issue I've got here is that the underpainting doesn't melt like it should be doing. So I'm kind of really weird. I'm painting watercolor on top of something that is fairly static in that it won't melt. Normally you can sort of put a piece of paint on and let it blend. I am using the green a little bit in this mix. I'm mixing the blue and blend of the three base colors, and then occasionally dipping a bit of green in it just to make it even darker. Got that tune on my head. It's not easy to do this type of painting because you're so used to doing looking at things in the whole, you know, trying to emulate the picture that you're supposedly following. Lost my fan brush. Well, come on. Oh, there he is. In the dirty water. It's quite nice because if you've got these three colours, you can mix thousands with the yellow. If you just put a bit of yellow in there, and it goes to sort of browny colour, which is fascinating. Walk on by. He died, didn't he? Burt Bacharach. That's where that's all stemming from. That's where I've got that from. I thought, oh, what did he write? And of course, Walk On By was one of them. Good song, right? Hard to sing though. Very hard. I remember, was it Cilla Black did a Burt Bacharach, was it? Oh, she did a Burt Bacharach song. I can't remember which one it was now. Wasn't Don't Sleep in the Subway, because that was someone else. Was it Alfie? Might have been Alfie. And they were in Abbey Road Studios recording it. And it went on and on and on. She did about, I don't know, dozens of takes on this song. And it got to the end, like they could see she was flagging. She's sort of lost it, losing her voice was genuinely knackered. And I think the story is along the lines of George Martin and Burt Bacharach were sort of going over what had been done and all the rest of it. Yeah, the first take was definitely the best one. Oh, it's just like she spent hours recording the best take. Invariably it is as well. When I occasionally do stuff, that was a mistake. Put some yellow and blue, goes green, doesn't it? But if you add green and red, it'll turn back into a, just want a little bit darker. As I say, I'm not actually painting Nearly called it a monkey. That's you don't want to go there. He's got mates out there and he hears you calling him a monkey. He was in deep doodah. Can't make up my mind about this bit here. I think I've got lines there. It's classic watercolor. Put some paint on and then clean water it. See what happens. And if you're not happy, just simply tissue it off. No pressure. Nice, gentle. It's amazing, isn't it? You put color. It's the whole thesis. The thing about ethos. It came out as thesis of watercolor. You put paint on and then a little bit of clean water and sort of blend it around. See what happens. Amazes me that. It's the big fascination of no, can't see this early lunch happening. Not at the moment.
It never happens.
Well, you tend to get a little bit more involved, don't you? That naughty went in the wrong water pot. I've got two. I'm trying to keep one clean. Lovely. That's a nice colour going on there. I like that. I don't know what colour it was, but it seemed to work really well. It's all about decisions, isn't it? Putting a bit of paint here, a little bit of paint there. It's definitely a great subject. I think I could honestly see me painting this. I think it was fortuitous. Oops, that I painted, that I sketched too, because I think I might have another go at this during the week. Not that this one's rubbish, but I'm just enjoying it. I like doing this. Carol started me off on this lot. So anything goes wrong, I just say, Carol told me to do it. Well, I remember you saying you like those ones where they do the different colours and the subject sort of appears out of nowhere. A line there, even though I don't need one. Let's move it down a bit. Some nice dark bits. I haven't got neutral tint in my palette, but it's quite a handy colour to. Gosh, I certainly hydrated that paint. Because that's gone really dark. It's that permanent rose every time, isn't it? It just sort of turns everything inside out. How bright is it? Ooh, blimey. See what happens. looking for, just looking at shapes, shade. Gradually build it up. Too much yellow in that bit over there. Use the slightly bigger brush. I'm going to add some green into this, try and change its tone. Bit of green. A lot of green. It's funny, isn't it? Somehow, sometimes you put paint on, clean water on some of the wells of colour that have dried up, and they hydrate really well. You put the same amount of water on the greens, and they don't. It doesn't seem to do it. It just sits there.
Gosh, I've missed all this. Sorry.
Just while I've recorded. Have you been away?
Yes. Well, I didn't know whether the carer, because my usual one's on holiday, and they didn't send me that somebody else was coming. So I've had to show him what to do. So I better go downstairs in a minute because they'll be coming in here soon.
Awesome.
I'll take you down. I'll just walk.
You haven't missed that exciting.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh dear.
Just having a bit of fun, really.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's I was just saying that it's your fault that I'm doing them.
Why is that?
Well, you said you like doing these sort of
yeah,
colourful way, you know. And I thought, so if anyone's
that's good.
I like doing them, and I think you learn a lot while you're at it, you know, while you're doing it. I just introduced a bit of the other blue into this. Because colour's not that, it's not the thing we're looking for. We're looking for just different tonal values. So the colour can just go away. You can just add it in. I can see the bits that well, that was the bit I was trying to work out, wasn't it? There's that bit over there, using my flat brush. Is that flat? Yeah. Excuse me. I just introduced a bit of the cobalt turquoise into it. I think it just needs lightening up a bit, which I'll address in a little while. One of the things if you do that with a flat brush, go up and down, just sort of, you'll get that sort of into the background. It will look like hair. Just, which is what we're trying to get here. I'm just dabbing it up and down. And that's where I was on about earlier, where those I've actually painted over a lot of it now, but where those dry white bits are, you can use it. They'll form the sort of highlights where they are. There's a little teasy bit there, but if you just leave a few, it can work quite nice. So gonna have to have a good look, think about his eyes with a smaller brush at some point. I haven't forgotten about the highlights yet anyway. Could do the same thing at the bottom here. Just tease the brush and give it a sort of, makes it look like he's got a beard then. Use a bigger brush, a bigger flat brush, which you could paint the whole thing with that. And just tilt it up, just dab it up and down. It will give it that sort of, it's more or less, it's more about where it meets the you know, the edge, the backgroundy bit. Makes it look like there's hairs on it. Hey, we're heading for an early lunch. I just had a load of wood delivered. I looked at this. My phone went bing bong, and it's the Wix man's turned up. Wanted to order some. I've got a table. Philippa, my daughter, gave me a table a few years back. It was wooden sort of slatted table, quite big, but it's 1200 meter and quarter long. I don't know, what's that, 5 foot by 3 foot or something, slatted table, and it's gradually sort of died, you know, the wood's gone on it. But I use that table a lot. I use it as a potting table and all kinds of things, you know. Do me DIY on it. So I've ordered some wood so I can replace the top to it. Another little project to play with over the next few weeks. At least I ain't got to climb up ladder when I was doing that roof on the shed roof. Oh, my knees. That's all you can walk around saying for the rest of the day. Oh, my knees. Can't for him move. Can you see what I'm trying to do here?
Mm.
What I'm
Yes,
trying
you
to
can do-
get is to, I'm not actually, I am looking at the photo, but I'm not looking at the actual subject as much as I'm trying to look for shapes and tones. So if I look at this bit I'm doing now, I can see that's slightly darker. You can't see it. So if I look at this bit here, I can see it's got a lot like a shady bit on it. So I can just, hence the reason I went like that, take the edge off the brush on the side. And I'm just thinking, add a little bit of extra tone there. And just doing it that way. So I'm doing that all the way around. And gradually the gradually and hopefully the subject will turn up. Sort of negative painting, but in reverse, because you're not painting the negative, you're painting the shapes. I like that bit there. I think I need to come darker here, pull that down, but you can do that. Just sort of put a line of paint. Watch, I'll do it. If I can get, I'm actually added a bit of burnt umber in here. Don't know why, because my brush went in that thing, but I've still stuck with the 3 basic colours. But it's my go-to dark colour is the burnt umber and blue. It's in my DNA, that bit. Ba ba bam ba ba bam. Hard bit. It's going to be that line goes down there. And take the edge off of that.
It's only 11:30.
Should use a bit of tissue really.
Hmm?
And put a few.
Oh no, he's still working on it. Looks really good. No, it's not.
hairy bits going out there.
Very good.
Maybe. It's definitely a shadow line comes down from his nose. Yep, 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 yep. Right, let's get a pointy brush. I think I've got a soft round one. And mix up some nice shadowy tone. Add some green to it. That darkens it up a lot. Green and alizarin and crimson, according to the textbooks, gives you a nice,
Birchwood.
not black, but it gives you a really dark
David and Kat are going to bring out the baby
tone.
Friday, and Saturday we're going out to.
Just
Watercolor.
use the
They're coming over for the day.
little pointy brush to try and add a few even darker bits, especially around the eye.
Chris is coming out on the Friday.
Right in there, it's a definite.
All right, so it opens Friday, doesn't it?
It's where you need the hands of a surgeon, isn't it?
Thursday, I think.
Oh, does it? Right,
Or don't think about what you're doing.
you'll have to tell her later if it is.
Well, she couldn't come till Friday. Could she?
Just want to
No, I think so.
let
She
them
said
go.
I'm not arriving till Friday.
That's why she said she's not
No.
arriving until Friday. Could go until Thursday.
She just said I thought it was Thursday.
I think
Might use a regular later just to stick a few extra darks in. It's a dark bit on that eye. Clean water. A bit of clean water, see if I can spread that tone around. It's too dark there.
Yeah, they're busy today.
I'm going to lift that off.
That's the one with the brown tail. He's been down lots of times.
I've been cuddling this bit of tissue for since the get-go. I like that bit there. I put a little sort of beard on him. I like that. Definitely get some shadow here. Clean water. Soften down. I'm tempted to do it to the whole
Detail just now as well.
of this area. Get the magic fan brush, clean water, and just let it flow a bit. Soften it down. Let it blend.
Yeah, she's got a school reunion on.
Need that to go as well. One thing I don't do on these Tuesday mornings is walk away and let it dry. It's
Can you do it differently?
it's
Not today. Well, I think he ought to turn it over. So that's
it's something that I probably would do if it wasn't. But I don't know. I'll just keep going. But it's a good technique. Forces you to just keep
Carol's
plugging away.
strange coloured ones.
Bit of blue in there. Gonna sit down for a sec. Have a different viewpoint.
As long as he didn't overdo it.
Let's have a look here.
Okay.
might have a look at that one.
I think
This wants to go right in. And then put some extra
oh, somebody at the door as well. You do that. I'll
lines
do
in
it.
there. Thin lines.
I'll go do it.
Can't get them.
I'll go do it.
Why can't I do it?
Okay.
You should get a rigger in your hand. But the dangerous thing is, end up trying to paint a sort of portrait the other way, the old way, which I don't want to do. You don't want it to be. Da, 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 da. I thought that was looking really nice over there. I'm not so sure about it now. This bit here. That bit. Give them a little point here. Gonna eat lunch. Well,
You don't
the
do
thing
that.
about this is we can, once you get a rigger involved, all we're doing is
I had one the other day. I
trying
can't
to
remember
find.
They were chatting on. I let them talk.
Tightening it up, but
I don't usually. But
the issue
in
I
the
have
end, I said no.
with that is if you tighten it too much,
Well,
then
that's it. They asked for Phil Watkins.
it loses that
Let them
spontaneity
chat.
sort of feel to it,
In the
which
end,
I'm
when I said
conscious of not doing.
no, and well, I was already told her I wasn't Phil Watkins, obviously.
Clean water.
And at the end, she said, "Oh, is Phil the husband?" No.
Mm.
Put the phone down.
Yeah, I think when you do yours,
That way back to Phil being here.
if you do one, try and spend a bit of extra
It was something.
few
sort of
minutes
sounded quite sensible.
getting around, you know,
Wasn't double
getting
glazed.
the ear a little bit tighter. I think mine's
I thought
looking a
maybe
bit
it was
soft
something to
now.
do with Phil to start off with. That's why I let them run.
Just using a dry brush to try and soften that bit down there.
Oh, I know what it was. Life insurance.
All the same, isn't it? When you're doing something, there's a bit of it that niggles you. You think, oh, I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Then. Is Phil the husband?
Push.
That was it. It was life insurance.
I'm not pushing the fan brush into the paint. Trying to push the paint that's already there up a bit. And when it's dry later, you have a bit of fun with the marker.
This is this chalk.
Hopefully it stayed.
What white?
This chalk.
I don't know why more people don't use these, because they work really well, don't they?
Do they keep?
Well, I think-
Do they last?
I think
Does it last, Dave, or does it fade off, or what?
it's no different to using white gouache, really.
Oh, right. Right.
I've never, and the beauty of it is that you can smooth it down and play with it to your heart's content. This one's getting a bit tired, I think. But if they dehydrate, which they tend to, if you forget to put the cap on or something, just dip it in the water.
Yeah?
Yeah, look. Put it back in the water and it suddenly goes whoosh.
Yeah.
But then you can start doing an acrylic artist type painting and say, right, find some highlights and just squish them in.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would go sort of like dusty, like chalk, and fall off.
I've not known that.
No, okay.
Well,
Is it purely water based or is it acrylic mix?
you know, it's water. They're called flash colour, liquid chalk markers.
Okay.
But I think because you're mixing it, it works better well, it works as well when it's bone dry.
All right.
Can you re-dissolve it though?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
It acts like a watercolor. I'll just put a load in there. I'll prove it because I've just put a load in that eye, which I'm going to use. It gives a, I don't know, it's the way I've painted, I've done the background and sort of painted the thing on it. It tends to, there's something about it that it works. It feels the right medium to use, the right shape and shade and all the rest of it. Yeah, to me it does. It seems to blend well.
Yeah.
It doesn't stick out as a total solid color. And like, I'm just gonna do it now. I think you can rehydrate it and lift it off. There's tissue here. Go back.
Does look useful.
There's a squirrel, I think.
It's a brilliant thing. I thought, well,
Oh, is it?
I'm glad I
Licence got his head up looking for it.
think it was David Lobenberg,
Yeah.
American artist, does it. And I thought, oh, that's neat.
It might be squeaking because it's touching its tail. You might hear something, but then his hair.
Just trying to get some real dark here. Burnt umber. And blue. How much blue? Give me blue. Add a little bit of green. Hard bit, isn't it? It's always the hardest bit. Deciding where to put the dark bit on the eye. But the thing is, once that's on there, you can, as I say, use a brush and blend it about. It does, yeah. It blends in. Just do it there. There's a nice bit there, isn't there? So yeah, you can use clean water on it, gourd, and just blend it in. Quite nice thing to do. It's painting like this is very subjective, very, I don't know, 60s feel to it. I don't know I'm not very good at that sort of stuff, but I'm good at getting blue paint all over my hands from holding this palette thing.
Oh, dear.
Seem to do that with,
Every week.
I think the I've never tried, I'll do it now. I've never tried the opposite way of doing it. You have to push it down, and as I say, I think this one might be running out a little bit. I've never tried this, and that's just sort of using the brush on it and see if you can just pick a little bit of colour off the brush and use it like that. Doesn't really work. It seems to mess about, just stick it on. But when it's, as the painting dries, as the paper dries off, then it'll take more, you know, much brighter. So there's a, what's the word? There's another technical skill. See, that's, as it dries, I can add more. Another skill to learn as to when to put it on, or adding more on. Quite like that. From where I started, where I was, where I am now. I'm getting quite good at this lot. Well, I haven't you know, had a run practice or anything. So I'm quite pleased with this. Last week's was good as well. I enjoyed that cloud. It was definitely a tense, one of those sort of, oh, I'm not sure how this is going to end up moment, but in the end it was quite all right. Just having a look here, I thought I had a couple of these. Maybe not. I think the other one's on the desk. Might invest in a few more of these pens. What did I say they were called? Flash Color. There's loads of different ones. You get them on eBay. Probably the best place. Cheapest place I've found, I think. And they are called liquid chalk. But once you've played with them on here, they stay. The beauty of it is tomorrow or a later date, you can still, you know, mess about with them, tease them around. One of the things I was watching the video. The guy I like doing it is an American guy called David Lobenberg. He's definitely out there. He's a bit of a character, but one of the things he does with his watercolors is he sprays them with varnish. I've got it's Lasso varnish, and I'm going to order some of that. See how it goes, because using that, he does it all the time. He sprays his watercolors with the varnish and just frames them as they are in the frame, you know, like you would an acrylic.
Glass, you mean?
No glass.
Right.
And he said he was saying I was watching yesterday, and he was saying you know, he's done this for years, and he's had paintings in the bathroom. He says he's had occasions where he's actually, to prove his point, he's put phthalo blue, which is a highly fugitive blue watercolor, painted it on top of the finished picture that he sprayed like this, and put it under the tap and washed the blue off, and the underpainting was fine.
Really?
Back to his original thing. So I mean, talk about, you know, proving your point. I thought that was a neat. So I thought, anything like that attracts me. I don't know why. It's just me. Of course, here in the UK, we do have our own sort of colours, and the PAS white, which is the hybrid gouache and watercolor, is equally a nice way of putting any highlights that you want in as well. There's one down.
What brand is that?
It's Japanese.
Oh.
PAS, PASS, pass.
Oh, right.
Get it? You get it from Jackson's.
Oh, right. I'll have a look.
I use that a lot. I mean, you know, if you want some really nice highlights on your eye. But even now, I'm looking at the shape, you know, trying to find a shape to paint, not you get that in your mind, you know, in your mind's eye. You're not painting the subject's irrelevant, the shape's important. I was watching the hidden masterpiece thing on BBC Two last night. It seems to be on Tuesday evenings, just as I'm sort of winding down to do this. And they had a Botticelli on there last night. Well, Botticelli used to do portraits, didn't he? Of Last Supper and religious things. Yeah, not a bad painter for a foreigner. Beg your pardon. At the end of the day, when you're doing it, painting like this sort of thing, you've done all the hard work using those light colours, you know, that sort of what I was saying, you know, the different shades, highlight, mid value, high value, and low values. So all you need to do is just decide how many highlights or lowlights, call it what you like, you want to add in. It's starting to dry back now, which is quite nice. Well. As I say, I'm not too impressed with his ear. But it is what it is now. Stuck with it. I might sit down with a different eye later in the week and doodle. But don't forget, I did it last week on the during the week with the cloud one we did last week. Is added just got the watercolor pencils when it was dry. I just added a few highlights here and there. Worked really well. It's the only way to do it as a watercolor painter. Is during the week, it's just tease a few more interesting elements, just tightening it up, really, isn't it? You sort of think, oh, that ain't right. But everyone's eye is different. We all see things totally different. Bit of dry brush.
Talking of eyes, I've just been looking at the reference picture. I think your pupils are a bit small.
I don't know. I'm looking at this picture on here, and they look like. I think I could put.
Yeah, they just seem to be a bit bigger on the picture. Maybe it's me. Different eyes, as you say.
The bit underneath might go. No. If you don't tell me, I won't see it till Thursday morning.
Yeah, you can't see the white all the way around, only in the corners on the
That's
picture.
what I said. That's what I was doing that made it look smaller. Hey, there you go. Gloria.
He looks like he needs a big cigar now.
Yeah. It's a bit of fun though. I think, you know, doing this, painting it this sort of way is not about. It's about that, isn't it? You know, it's about just having a bit of a quirkiness about it.
Yeah.
No, I'm quite pleased with this. Oh, I'll tell you a story. Oh, I'll tell you something. talking of monkeys, I've got a hand puppet monkey, and what I've been doing in the morning, it usually sits on this chair that I'm sat on right now, but normally I just throw it on the bed on top of the pillow. And cut to, I think it was Saturday, and then with my dressing gown, which is dark, really dark blue as well, I throw that there as well. You know where I'm going here. Anyway, I came in, I think it was Saturday, and it looked like there was a bloke or someone lounged on my bed. I nearly bloody wet myself, you know. Jeez, it was really scary. It's, you know, one of those moments. It's like, whoa! made all you jump it there. Anyway, and I thought Mel came in last night. Frodo comes in and eats bit of biscuit with me every night now. He has his little bit of supper before he goes off to slumber.
Yeah.
And he sat there having his singing, and Mel went to come in through the bedroom door, my studio door, and I said, whatever you do, don't look over there, pointing to where this bloody monkey is perched on my bed where I sleep. And cool, that's red rag to a bull, isn't it? She walked straight in and looked at it. He fell off her chair. Fell off. Oh, jump on him. Oh dear. Oh dear. That was great. So it wasn't just me. I'll photograph it and send it to you. Oh, it's just one of those things as you walk past it, you think, whoa. Now, I'm going to make.
Dave, I'm going to have to disappear. I'm on visiting duty today. This looks like fun.
Yeah, it
So,
does, doesn't it? Yeah.
looking forward to having a go.
Yes.
So everybody have a good week, and
And you, Joy.
thank you.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Cheers, Joyce.
Bye.
There you go. It's all right. There you go. That's early lunch then.
Mm.
Those background colours have come out really well, haven't they?
Well,
Yeah.
I can tease her. This was the harder one of the background. It was much solider in where I've painted the wee beastie, whereas the one the other side is really much lighter and fluffy. And I thought, I'm going to struggle with this, but it hasn't turned out too bad. If you can imagine, well, I'll do it. I will order some. When that's dry, then just spray varnishing it with this special varnish UV thing, and it comes in matte and gloss as well. I like that.
That's good.
Good.
It's not meant to be doodah photographic representation. It's meant to be what it is. Quirky. At the end of the day, as an artist, you have to have a bit of fun. Well, a bit of relaxation it's supposed to be, but it's not, is it? It ends up being full-blown
hard work.
That's really nice. I like that. And I could add some
That's really good.
add some more light. It's a good way of painting. And like I said, the whole point of it is the exercise isn't with me, it's never about dirty with the
Mm.
subject. It's all about the challenge of doing the technical bit, and this is all about those value things.
Mm.
Paint, it's almost painting in the negative, like paint the space around the chair and the chair appears, but it's the
Yeah.
same principle with any subject in a way, but more so with portraits, is to look at the portrait, look at the shape, find a shape with
Mm.
of a particular tonal, either it's a middle, dark, middle, or highlight. Well, the highlights you can either leave alone or paint almost dirty water on them. And then the mid lights, just look at the shape. So find a blooming triangle, or like around there, you know, a dark patch is what it ends up being. That was the one from last week.
It's
Yeah.
good.
And okay, it's not the finest painting I've ever done, but what I was saying was you could put, using the pencil, color pencils, you can add little highlights to them, tighten up the boats. But
I
that's on
found the clouds quite hard to do. I don't know why.
the clouds.
Yeah. Should
Yeah,
get them
I'm
all sort of
surprised I
fluffy
did.
looking.
Mm.
What I've done at the moment, I've ordered one of those just presentation books, because I want the because all these pictures I want to just cut them out, you know, take them off the board and slot them in the plastic sleeves that come. They're acid free. Then I think the one I bought was about, I don't know, £8 or something. It's about 80. It'll take 40 leaves, so that's 80 pictures back to back. So I thought, because there's a couple of people have asked, you know, I've got one of your pictures, I want another one, or I've got some more space. So even the guy down the off sales was asking me, and I forgot all about it, but I've still got his number. I thought, well, be a good way of doing it would be to just give them the book with all the things, all the loads of picking flick through. So yeah, mate, they're all 50 quid each or whatever. Oh, you know, pick one out what you want. Could even give them a blank one of these mount, so they could put it over the pictures, make a other difference. I like this one. I think
I
I've done
like that. Oh, yeah.
but
A challenge.
Yeah.
well, I think you'll find. I think you'll find that if you do, once you do the background, cool, look at that. That's really good. I haven't seen it on screen. Oh, cute.
It's lovely.
Once you do the background and let it, you know, do that the day before, let it dry, you'll be really surprised. Then, but I think the best way is to do the background without the sketch.
Yeah.
And then do the sketch on.
Okay.
You know, the sketch on top of the background. Otherwise, you'll get, when you do the background, you know, you want to be, it's really, it's 3-color mayhem, blend it around. Oops, change the thing. You know, swish it around and have a bit of fun with it. But if you've got lines on the paper, if you've drawn it first, then you're tilting it and blowing the paint around. But you'll be watching what the lines are doing, and you'll think, oh, you know, it does that. But if it's just, yeah, hey, here we go, but you won't do that. It'll work much easier. We have got an early lunch. Yeah. That's because I did the background, see?
Yeah.
You wet all the paper first, though, before you put that on, do you?
You don't have to.
Oh,
You don't have to.
right, okay.
That noise. Yeah, what is that noise?
That was my phone.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
That was me singing I Hear You Knocking. I used
Oh,
that.
right.
That was a man from Telford because I've asked for my money back.
Oh.
So I know who that is. I thought it'd ring. Ah, David, we thought you'd solved the problem and all that. End of the day, it ain't gonna happen. I've wasted 3 nights on my telescope, and it's one of those things. It's a little motor that makes the focuser go in and out automatically, and it's
Right.
controlled by the computer. I've set everything up during the day just as it would be at night,
Mm.
and calibrated it, and it all works fine. And then all of a sudden, for no reason, random, it doesn't work.
Mm.
And 1 minute it's the power it's not finding, next minute it's the USB, the link to the computer. I can't fix that. There's too. I've bought new cables. I've done this. In the end, I wrote to them this morning. Last night, I said, "This has gone beyond a joke now. I've been patient up to now. I've tried loads of different doodads. I've upgraded the software and all this stuff as per the manufacturer, and it's still not working. I don't think it's man enough for the job. I think the weight of my camera and the focuser, which is all sitting on and going up and down to move it, I don't think it's man enough for the job. Well, according to their specifications, it is, but I don't think it is. Well, it can't be, because I've got another one, a different brand, that I thought this was upgrading that, and that works, no problem. Don't even, it's even smaller. It's a smaller unit. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be getting I'll reply to that in a minute. I know who that is. I might do it after lunch actually, because I'm starving.
Yeah.
But no, I've because I bought it online. Well, I told them within 14 days, sort of a week ago or so, that I want to return it because it's not working for me. It's failing. And they said, well, we've spoke to the manufacturer, we sent your information off to them, and they're going to come back and blah, blah. Well, meantime, I've tried to do everything out, and it's still not working. So you lose confidence then, because this thing goes on at all over the night, shooting different targets in the sky for photographing while I'm asleep. So if it suddenly fails during the night, I've wasted, it's not right. So I just said, look, I want to return it and a refund. But if you let them know within 14 days when you buy things online, and you return it within 14 days after that, they have to give you a refund. That's the law. The Online Purchasing Act, or whatever it is. So in a way, the funny thing is, I've already thought about it. The 14 days after I've said I wanted to return it is probably nearly up, or might have gone past it. But that's at their behest, not mine. They asked me to, they're contacting the manufacturer and all the rest of it. So if they try that, then that's just a delay tactic to push it so that blah, blah, blah. In which case I'll just take them to small claims court, which doesn't cost much. Only costs 5%.
Just hassle, isn't it?
Well, if you're asking for 300 quid, it costs
That's a lot of money,
15 quid
isn't
to take them to court.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of filling in some forms online.
Oh,
Hopefully it won't come to that, but I'm prepared to do it.
oh, right.
Gives me money.
Yeah. Right.
Let's hope that gets sorted out.
Yeah. It's nearly as bad as a new washing machine.
Yeah. Hope that goes all right for you.
But the washing machine is in the conservatory, so I'm going to have to. They'll have to come through the side gate and come round and go into the conservatory from that way. Because trying to carry it right through the house and all the doors. It's going to be a
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah.
So that now means that this afternoon is going to be spent clearing the way.
I mean, they could put it on a sack barrow though, wouldn't it do it?
Sorry?
Couldn't you get a sack barrow for
They
it?
usually have them, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they'll have one, yeah. It'll still be easier just to come through one door.
Because you got to
rather
move
than-
all the furniture out the way and one thing and another.
Well, they won't
I've got
mind doing
steps
that.
up. Well, at the minute, I mean, I've got step up to go into the porch, and then a step over the threshold into the house, and then it, and then moving it through. Then there's the threshold of the conservatory door and the kitchen door.
Yeah.
So it's much easier if they just come round the back in the first place, and they've just got one threshold.
There's our Dave there. Look. Hello, Dave.
I think we should call him Dave.
Yeah.
He's good, isn't he? I
It
really
is,
like
yeah.
Yeah, me.
Oh,
That's a
Well, it
good
should be
morning's,
fun.
that's a good morning's work. That I love that.
yeah, it's super.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's funny though when you're doing them, because at the early stage you think, oh, this is going, oh, I don't know, but it is, if you stick with that thing, leave that with that thing that we're saying about those values and the shapes. So look at the shape and say that shape is that. What you could do is if you mix 3 different tones up, 3 different shades, shadow tones, doesn't matter what they are, a light like a grayscale, a low one which is very light, a mid one which is in between, and a dark one. And if you do that and you just look at the picture and say, right, that's that, paint that shape, that's that, paint that shape. So you start with the light, go to the middle, and then you finish with the dark, and then add some white highlights at the end like I did. You get there. It'll be easy. It's not that difficult. Fiddly.
I always start off with good intentions.
Yes.
I think the word is just focus. Just don't get oh, this is going wrong, don't do that. Initially you'll think, oh, this ain't right, oh, I've lost this, but that's the point. At that point you've got to say focus,
Carry on.
just stick, just have belief that that doing that way, the shade, the light, and the middle of the dark and the light, it will come out.
Right.
If not, pop round on number
Thank
15 and put it in the bin.
God,
Oh dear.
I've only got this in my hand because it's tomorrow. It starts tomorrow, and they won't. I've done it last year. Put the bin out. Didn't have the sticker on, did it?
oh no.
Oh.
The full bin was still there the next.
Oh, you better go and do that before you
Yeah.
Right.
Good fun.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Fine,
go
good
for
luck.
it.
Yeah. So if you,
get me
I've enjoyed-
conservatory sorted out.
I've
Yeah.
enjoyed today. I mean tomorrow.
yeah.
I went
I'm
to
ahead
a
of
spa
myself.
yesterday.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
went. My friend's a member of the Connaught Hotel spa, and
Oh,
I
right.
went as a guest. It cost me 20 quid, but a lovely warm swimming pool and jacuzzi and sauna and steam room.
right.
That was-
Lovely.
and
nice.
it really helped my shoulder.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to swim, but that was I
Too much.
I couldn't bring the arm
Doggy
up properly.
paddle.
Paddle. I did
Mm.
realise, I did find out I could do doggy paddle as long as I just did
Yeah.
one length and then had a rest
Yeah.
and then went back again.
Find it would be good for you to sit in the whole water and
Yeah.
move
I
Yeah.
did
your arm.
jacuzzi. In the jacuzzi, I slithered
Yeah.
right down to the floor
Yeah.
rather than sitting on
Yeah.
the step. So I was right under the water,
Yeah.
and I got one of the jets to hit
Oh, right. Yeah.
on my arm,
Yeah.
and it was lovely. No pain at all. And I've
Okay.
actually got more movement this morning. I couldn't do
All
that.
right. Oh, that's good.
I
Yeah.
Brush the back of
Ah.
my hair.
You've got
Yes.
to persevere with it, otherwise
Yeah.
it won't
It
get
will
better.
ease
You'll
up
get
again,
like a
yeah.
frozen shoulder, won't you?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
at £20 a go, it'll be here and there. It won't be
Yeah.
regular.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could join. It's £45 a month, and Debbie goes twice a week. But then,
Right.
but that's fine. But
Yeah.
I couldn't go
No.
twice a week, and
Yeah.
it's in Bournemouth. I mean, she's in Bournemouth,
Yeah.
so it's not so far
Long
away.
way, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so I said I'll just go
Absolutely.
as a guest every now and again.
Yeah, treat yourself, can't
Yeah.
you?
That's right.
Yes. If I ever
Okay
get
then.
big, I'll treat myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, I shall say
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me.
And me. And
Yeah.
Thank you very
those-
much, Jane. I look forward to that one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks a lot. Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
2, 3, 4. Ooh. I woke up still not dead again today. The internet said that I passed away. If I did, I wasn't dead to stay. Well, I woke up still not dead again today. Well, I woke up still not dead again today. God, he did not find me that way. Well, I can't believe a word that people say. 'Cause I woke up dead, still not dead today. Find the words. Well, I run up and down the road, make music while I go. They say my pace would kill a normal man, but I've never been accused of being normal anyway. I woke up still not dead again today. Yeah, I woke up still not dead again today. The news said that I was gone, to my dismay. Well, don't bury me, I've got a show to play. Well, I woke up still not dead again today. Well, I run up and down the road, making music as I go. They say my pace would kill a normal man. Well, I never been accused of being normal anyway. I woke up still not dead again today. But I've never been accused of being normal anyway. I woke up still not dead again today. I can breathe again.